And your only idea is the idea of how to prepare a fan soup. 2019, God is giving you the idea that the white and black will sit down to interpret. Your amen can be louder than what I am saying. It is a year of idea. It is a year of idea. Go with me to the book of Genesis chapter 30. Now from verse 26 of Genesis chapter 30. I read verse 1, I read 26, you read 27. We are traveling very far away and never be tired of reading. Give me my wives and my children, for whom I have served thee, and let me go, for thou knowest my service which I have done thee. 27, read. And he said, appoint me thy wages, and I will give it. 29. For it was little which thou asked before I came, and it is now increased unto a multitude. And the Lord hath blessed thee since my coming. And now, when shall I provide for my own house also? Let your voice come louder. I will pass through all thy flocks today, removing from thence all the spackles and spotted cattle, and all the brown cattle among the sheep, and the spotted and spackle among the goats, and of such shall be my hire. 33. And Laban said, behold, I could eat my be according to thy word. And he set 3 days journey between himself and Jacob fed the rest of Laban's flock. And he set the rod which he had peeled before the flocks in the gotag and the watering trough when the flocks came to drink, that they should conceive which they came to drink, when they come to drink. And Jacob did separate the lambs and set the faces of the flocks toward the ring straight, and all the brown in the flocks of Laban, and he put his own flocks by themselves, and put them not unto Laban's cattle. And when the cattle were feeble, he put them not in. So the feebler were Laban's, and the stronger Jacob. Somebody shout a louder amen. Now, you just read a very long scripture which I'm going to interpret to you, and then we will all ask God for fresh ideas in 2019. The scripture we read, there was a young man by the name Jacob. And Jacob, you know, was a son to Isaac. Isaac's wife Rebekah conceived, and in the process went to meet a Siag prophet. and said to the prophet, why am I going through all what I'm going through? And the prophet said to Rebekah, that 2 nations are in your womb, and 2 people shall be separated out of thy body, and the elder one shall serve the younger. You all know the story, right? And we are familiar with the story of how Esau sold the birthright because he ate a porridge. Sold the birthright to Jacob. And how Jacob got the blessing that was meant for Esau. And how Esau went after Jacob, and Jacob ran away. And when Jacob ran away, the Bible stated it very clearly that Jacob went, located his uncle's place, Laban, and lived with Laban. Jacob took Rachel for marriage. And Laban asked him a question. He said, what will thy wages be? Since that you are my own brother, shouldn't thou serve me for naught? And Jacob said, I will serve you 7 years for your younger daughter, which name is called what? Rachel. And Laban said, no problem. I'm even much more pleased that I'm going to give her to you in marriage and not to a stranger. And so Jacob served Laban for 7 years. At the end of the 7 years, the expiration of the 7 years, we saw a record from the Bible that a wedding party was held, but not an Hollywood movie. So the wedding party held in the evening, but at night, while Jacob was sleeping, the father-in-law brought in to him Leah and not Rachel. And when it was in the morning, Jacob called Laban and said, did I not serve you for Rachel? How did thou give me Leah? What have I done that you have exchanged my wages? And the father-in-law spoke to him that there is a law in our community that we don't give out the younger in marriage before the elder. That you were going to fulfill the weeks of Rachel, and then I will give her to you in marriage, and then you will labor for another 7 years. And Jacob ended up serving Laban for 14 good years. After the 14 years, Jacob continued to serve Laban for extra 7 years, making it 21 years. And when 21 years had expired, the Bible said Rachel conceived and brought forth her firstborn by the name Joseph. And then Jacob walked up to the father-in-law and said to the father-in-law, let me go. For I have labored with you for 21 good years, and you have exchanged my wages 10 times. Hello? Stay with me. The only one we saw in the Bible was that the first labor of Jacob for 7 years, Rachel was not given to him, but Leah was given to him. But this time around, Jacob spoke with the father-in-law and said to the father-in-law, you have exchanged my wages how many times? 10 times. In other words, for 10 good times. Each time it is time for my payment, you refuse to pay me. Each time it's time to give me what belongs to me, you refuse to give it to me. Each time it's time to give me this, you refuse to give it to me. 10 times you have exchanged my wages, and I have labored with you for 21 good years. Let me go. And Laban called Jacob and said to Jacob, I will have let you go, but there is one reason why I won't let you go. I have learned by experience that the Lord had blessed me because of you. I learned by what? By what? Experience that the Lord has done what? Blessed me because of you. Now, stay with me. I want you to see the wickedness of this world. You have discovered it, that it is because of this person that God had blessed you, but you have refused to bless him back. Are you observing the world we are in? We are in a world that you labor for people, and they know that it's because of you they can get so much they are getting, but still they can't say it to your face. Can I tell you something? We are in the world that can appreciate you secretly, that can talk about how good you are secretly, but talks about how bad you are publicly. You understand me? We are in the world that can whisper to somebody that you are actually nice, so, but will broadcast to the crowd how bad and wicked and adulterous you are. That's the world we are in, and it is called a false finding world. Amen, somebody. And so Jacob said to Laban, let me go. Laban said, no, you won't go. I've discovered by experience that God has blessed my house, God has blessed my home, God has blessed my company, God has blessed my business, God has blessed my business, whatever I'm doing, because of you. Now tell me, what will thy wages be? What will that what? The wages be? And then Jacob looked at him. Severally you have exchanged my wages. This time around it has to be something visible. And then we have to go into a 3 days journey of covenant with God. That whatever you said now is what is going to stand between us. He said, okay, go ahead. And Jacob said, don't pay me salary. I have an idea. The reason why you earn salary is because you have not gotten an idea. The reason why you are still on a payroll is because you have not gotten an, oh, some people don't like this. Some people don't like this. The reason why you are still on a payroll is because you have not gotten what? An idea. The day you get an idea, you will walk up to somebody and drop the key on the table and say, I'm not doing it anymore. 2019, receive the idea. Come on, louder, receive the idea. Jacob said, I don't need your payment. I have an idea. Sir, when you have an idea, you won't need anybody's payment, because your idea can pay you more than what any human can pay you. Your idea can give you more than what any organization can pay you. Am I talking to somebody? Can I talk to you? Are there no people working in the company that are called expat or expatriate? Am I right? Now, those guys, are they not earning so much, most time in a foreign currency? Am I right? And then do you discover that those guys don't work much? Do you discover that those guys only supervise? Do you discover that those guys only give instruction? Ideas will put you above salary. 2019, receive idea. Idea will put you above salary. Ideas. Why do we keep having whites coming in from different countries to Nigeria, and they are called expatriates? Why are they called expatriates? Because of their idea. And they are paid in millions. They are paid in dollars. They are paid in euro. They are paid in pounds. And every month, they work 1 month, 2 months. The next 3 months, they are back to their hometown for holiday. 2 months in, 2 months off. 1 month in, 1 month off. And their salary for 1 month is higher than the salary of 500 Nigerians working in that company for 1 year. Why? What blessed a man is not your muscle. What lifts a man is the idea. That's why 2019, as we pray, we have to think. As we pray, we have to ask God for idea. As we bind witchcraft, we have to ask God for idea. Because the only thing that shoots you above your equals, beyond measurement, is the power of idea. Jacob said, don't pay me. I have an idea. When you have an idea, you will never ask any man to pay you. You are telling people what you will earn as a salary because you don't have an idea yet. When you have an idea, you will tell somebody like, can I talk to you? Like, can I tell you that I can't really work here? Can I tell you like, I can render my services whenever my services is needed and you pay me? Have you seen such people? I can render my services and you do what? And you do what? And you pay me. It is when you have no idea, when you are void of idea, that's when you are receiving an employment letter, and you are happy, and every month you are waiting for 28. Every month you are waiting for 28. Tomorrow is 28. Tomorrow is 28. Oh God, let tomorrow just come. Let tomorrow just come. 2019, may the end of the month salary that you have been hoping on, may God take you beyond that point. May God take you to a point where your idea will make you greater than your boss, richer than your boss, richer than your director, richer than your chairman. Somebody shout amen. The blessing of what? Of ideas. The blessing of ideas. And you know the problem of Africa? Can I tell you? The problem of Africa is that we've bound so much witchcraft and we have forgotten to think. We have forgotten to look for idea. The problem of Africa is that when you move into Africa, the church that fits Africa so much is Mountain of Fire. That church will be relevant in this country, will be relevant in Africa, even in the next 100 years to come. Because Africans like binding witchcraft. They've been binding witchcraft every year, you have to keep binding. Binding it every month, they are still binding. Binding it every week, they are still binding. Binding it in all their services, they are still binding. My father, my maker, every witch sitting on my destiny. There are wizards in America, but they still have idea. They still have what? Idea. Get to a point that you seek for idea. Your idea will make you stand in the midst of people, and high and mighty will bow to you. When you have idea, you are no longer employed by anybody. You are now being consulted by people. Can I talk to somebody? A man called Stephen Arukove wrote a book titled The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Family. I have it in my house. All the oil companies and industries in Nigeria, MRX, all of them, they set up a training for their staff, and they invited Arukove to come in, and they paid millions of dollars. And all that Arukove could come with in Nigeria was to pick about 2-3 pages from that book and turn it to a pocket book and call it 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And that was all. I still have it in my office. And he came in, stood there in Abuja, in Sheraton, and then taught them on 7 habits of highly effective people, and walk out of the country with millions of dollars. And I was angry. I felt like beating him. And then the Lord told me, you don't need to beat him. His idea. When you have your idea, they will hire you for your idea. Let me tell you the truth about this life. You are hired for your differences, and you are fired for your similarity. Like, you don't understand me? You are hired for your what? differences and you are fired for your what? Similarities. When you look similar to them, then there is no need for you anywhere. But when you are different from them, you have what they don't have, then they will always be in need of you. I pray for you. 2019, one of the highest blessing God should give to you, let it be a blessing of ideas. Africa don't pursue idea. Nigerians, people don't pursue idea. Nigerians are so analog. May God forgive me. So analog, so mechanical, so mechanical. It's only in Nigeria that you will see someone putting yam in a mortar and be pounding. They are pounding the yam and they are sweating inside the yam and they are still pounding it and they are still going to eat it. And someone come up with an idea of how to just blend the yam and turn it to a poundo yam. Nigeria say no, it's not sweet. The pounded one is sweeter than the blended one. And that's why in my life I don't eat pounded yam. I've never for once demanded for pounded yam, because I can't see a yam being pounded for 1 hour, 2 hours, and I use 20 minutes to consume 2 hours suffering. May God bless you with ideas. Come on, I pray for you. May God bless you with ideas. Come on, I pray for you. May God bless you with ideas. May God bless you with ideas. Such idea that people don't have where you are, may God give it to you. Such idea that people in your environment don't know, may God give it to you. Somebody shout amen like thunder. Never forget this, that you are hired for your differences and you are fired for your similarity. Never forget that. When there is something different in you, you will be hired. But when everything in you look the same like every other person, you will be fired. Nigeria was in recession. I met a friend. One day we were flying together to United Arab Emirates. We were flying to Abu Dhabi. So why going to Abu Dhabi? We're in the same flight. I and a man who happened to be a very big man, lives in Canada, own a company back here in Nigeria, own about 3 companies or thereabout. So we got talking. Hi, Pastor, you are Pastor Philip? I said, yes, I am. I'm so person. I said, okay, well, that's good. That's awesome. So we got talking in the flight and we were talking. And then the man told me some problems, challenges that befell his company when the recession came. The recession became so strong and so massive that he couldn't pay staff anymore. He laid off some staff, and still the remaining staff, the next thing he did was he cut off their salary. He just stood up one day and said, no, called them together and told them, you've seen the situation of the country. There's nothing I can do. Let's work on our salary now. So everyone sacrificed over 50% of their salary away, because everyone just wanted to work. And a lot of companies were folding up. A lot of people were losing their job. So everyone in his company sacrificed half of their salary away. And he said something. He said, in that atmosphere, his manager is what? Is what? Is what? His manager, who was very good, has an annual salary of about 4.8 million, with other benefits attached to it and a car. But in the midst of the recession, Glow has interaction with a guy discover what the guy has upstairs, and offer him almost 30 million annual salary with other so much benefit, private house, cars, and whatever. And the manager left him overnight and joined the Glow. And he said to me, Pastor Osung, that was the worst thing that happened to me. I wept, I cried, because the guy was good, and he was my only backbone of remaining in the production industry. It was the only reason why I was still producing. I kept producing the goods we were producing because the guy was good. And I smiled. And can I shock you? When the stock marketing was falling in Nigeria, there was a group of people that were called Security Solution around somewhere in Osborne. Around Osborne, Arikoi, Security Solution. When a certain guy that was working there, who happened to be my broker at then, he was the one advising me on all those stuff. So I pushed money to him. He managed the money years back. When Zenith Bank saw how good the guy was, in the midst of the recession, they hijacked the guy and paid him more than 500 times whatever he was earning from Security Solution. The world will continue to hire you for your differences, but they will fire you for your what? Similarities. And what makes you different is idea. 2019, receive idea. Come on, I release it. Receive idea. I release it again. Receive idea. May God give you idea on how to produce the next car. Oh, you didn't hear me that? I said, may God give you an idea on how to produce the next car. May God give you an idea on how to do the next cosmetic stuff. May God give you an idea on how to make fabric. May God give you idea on how to start producing. May God give you idea that is not common in the neighborhood you are. Somebody shout amen like thunder. Jacob said to the father-in-law, pay me not, but I got an idea. Let's negotiate. People with idea negotiate. People without idea are voiceless. Oh, you don't understand me? People with idea do what? They negotiate. They got a voice. You know what their voice is? Their idea. You need what I have? So what are you ready to pay? They negotiate because of what they know. People with that idea are voiceless. They are even begging you to give them the job. They are begging you to even do what? Give them the job. But the ones with the ideas negotiate. You tell them, the men, they say, no, I can't take that. Why will a man say I can't take that and walk out when a lot of people are still looking for a job because of what? Idea. What he knows that they don't know. 2019, whether you've been to school before or not, God will make you know what big men doesn't know. They don't understand me. They don't understand me. God will reveal an idea to you in your dreams, in the bus, in your vehicle, in your bedroom, anywhere you are. God will give you an idea that this nation will look for you. Let me tell you one truth. There is an idea you will have today. Nigeria will look for you. Nigeria don't know you exist, though, because you have not brought forth one sparkling idea. The day you come up with one sparkling idea, Nigeria will do what? Look for you. And that idea that will make them look for you, it will come out of you this year. Put your neighbor, say, go for idea. Push again. Push, 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 push. Put your hand on the shoulder, push. Push it better than that. Idea. Great men are great men not with their size. Great women are great women not with their morphology. They are great because of their inside. And their inside speaks of what they have in their upstairs. 2019 is not a year for a fool. No, it's not. Jacob said, I have an idea. Let's discuss it. Laban said, what's the idea? He said, you have all these sheep. You have all these goats and all these cattle. The ones that are brownish in color. The one that are spotted. And the one that has wrinkles. That have wrinkles in them. Pull them out. They are not many. They are very few. Let them be mine. Then all the white one, they remain yours. And Laban said, is that all? There are not many. Take them. Take them. There are not many. Just take them. There are not many. The white one are mine. Take them. There are not many. And Jacob took the few things. But an idea multiplied the few things. Jacob kept the few ones that were brown and spotted and wrinkles and all kinds of sparkling on them. Jacob kept them aside. And then Jacob went and discovered something that was called shoe nut, from where you have the cashew, and picks it up and pick about 2-3 different leaves and put them together and blended them and used them to prepare feed for the animals. And the feed was of different color, and then brought them to the white animals and placed them around them, and the white animals began to drink as they were drinking different color of feed. And then Jacob brought his animals, and the white animals begins to meet with the color animals, and different colors of things they drank inside of them entered into the animals, and the white animals met with other white animals, and different colors of things they drank inside of them began to produce little ones that came up with different colors on their body. As they were coming with different color on their body, Jacob separated them. Anyone that have a sparkle, Jacob separated it. Anyone that have a spot, Jacob separated it. Anyone that was brownish, Jacob separated it. So the white animal were bringing food, sparkling and spotted animals. Wow! Idea. Idea. And you know one thing about life? The day you eat vegetable, if you go toilet, the waste product of metabolism called physics that will spring out of you, if you are privileged to turn and look at it, you will find vegetable on it. True or false? Am I right? The day you eat something that contains pepper, so much pepper, and you are privileged to go use your restroom, when you come out you find a little peppery experience around your body. Come on. True or false? The day you eat something that contains so much oil and you go to toilet, when something is coming out of you from the restroom, it becomes very oily in color. Am I right? So it is what you take in that you can give out. So from the day you start conceiving idea, it is from that day you start increasing. That's the day you start having servants. Did you study the Bible there? The Bible said the man went stronger, and the man have servant, maid servant, men servant, asses, and all manner of cattle. 2019, you won't serve anybody. People will serve you. And all that will come upon your head this night. This is the last night of this event, and I'm taking my time to sink this into your brain. All that will enter your head this night when you walk out of here is that God will give you ideas that your friends don't have. Some of you are on the floor because you have not gotten an idea. 2019, you won't be on the floor. And one of the blessings that God will bless you with will be a blessing of idea that is not common. They don't believe me. They don't believe me. They don't believe me. They don't believe me. Because the day you have an uncommon idea, that is the day that you will become an uncommon personality. Rise to your feet.